I met a gypsy.
Everything ends, man. And I look at it like the same way, like it, but it's the same way as what I said earlier. It's such a liberating thing because, okay, so for me in my personal life in the last like month, I've really kind of let go of all of that stuff, especially once I realized, okay, I'm in search of employment for next season. I need to figure this out. I decided at that point, I said, well, you know, if it's over, it's over, but I don't want it to be over. You know, I want to keep going. So I'm just going to let go of all the pressure, all the expectation, all the stuff that would spin me out, make me stressed out, and all the things I'd have to worry about. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to enjoy this, dude. I'm going to enjoy it so much. I've enjoyed the last month of racing more than I've enjoyed most of my career. It's been so fun. The group of people I'm around, like, I'm like, damn, was I missing this for a minute? Like, was I overlooking like how beautiful this is and how amazing these people are and how much fun I'm having, like just being in this environment and being able to be a clown all day, like, and be able to hang out with my friends, like, it's amazing. But I let go of that and I was like, you know what, if, you know, God forbid this is my last race coming up or something, you never know, like it could be. If it is, I want to enjoy it. I don't want to be miserable at this, you know. And with life, it's like, I mean, I've lived a pretty cool, solid life at this point. If it is to end today, when I leave here, then it is what it is. You know what I mean? Don't cry for me. I'll be all right. You know what I mean? It's like, I've had a good life, but at the same time, but if you live like that as well, it's like, for me, I'm like, well, there's no reason to keep putting everything off that you want to be or do, because you just don't know how long you really got. And if you don't have much time, you might as well enjoy whatever time you got. And everyone says like they'd want to know if they were going to die. I don't think I would, because I already kind of do whatever I want all the time. You know, like I said, I make music almost every day. I ride all week. Like I race on the weekends. Like what else would there's nothing else I'd want to do with my life. My friends that I'm around that I talk to every day, I love to death. You know, the people that I have in my life, I love them. I don't really have many people around. I have a bunch of excess people around.
Baggage.
So like, yeah, excess baggage, man. I got nothing but people I love for the most part around me. I only do really things I love doing. So like, that's amazing, dude. If I die tomorrow, like, whatever, I've done exactly what I wanted to do for practically my whole life. It's all good. And if you can get to that point where you realize that, and you know, and maybe that's not how a lot of people's lives are, and that's another thing. I understand how fortunate I am to be able to have done that, because like, what the hell, dude? Like, my dad got up at 5 o'clock every morning and went to work. You know, he didn't want to do that, but he did it to provide for the family and take me racing and stuff. So I know it's not like that for everybody, but we all like something. We all care about something. We all love something. So whatever that is, man, that's got to be the main thing.
Have you thought, I agree completely. Have you thought about what you'll do next year if you don't get hired by anybody? Like, have you put much time into thinking about that yet, or is that cross the bridge when you come to it kind of deal? Because I think that you're cool enough and you've done enough in this sport that if you decided to show up at A1, like running your own program and doing your own thing, that, like, I mean, I personally would care enough to really want to see what went down when you've got to A1. And I feel like there's a ton of other people that would be just as hyped. Like, I don't need Justin Bogle sitting under a semi. I don't give a fuck if you come in a U-Haul. I know that if you don't have, you know, all the sponsors and all the shit, it's like, you'll be fucking dripping. Like, your bike will look dope, you'll look dope, your style will look dope, and that guy's probably going to do pretty good if you've got a full off season. So it's like, I don't know. Have you thought about that too much?
Well, I was pretty much there a few years back, like right before I signed with the team I'm on now. Me and Jimmy were putting together my own program because I had that terrible year in 2018 with JGR, and I didn't really get to race for them. So obviously I didn't get to keep my ride. And then going into the next year, I had nothing, like bottom of the barrel. So we had a lot of good people around and sponsors that stepped up that we had relationships with, a lot of people that didn't really have to do things for us that they were doing. And then at the, last minute, I went out and rode the KTM the Tuesday or Wednesday before Anaheim won that year, and then I raced for the team. But I've been there before, so yeah, I mean, I think I'll do whatever it takes. I think I'm going to end up having a landing spot, so I'm not super concerned about it at this point because I don't think I need to cross that bridge yet. But when I'm done, yeah, I've put some thought into what I would do next, and I have some ideas, but we'll have to see like kind of how it all pans out, because I know for a fact that I want to race right now, and I'm very motivated to get some stuff figured out with my life so that I can be better. I'm very motivated to figure out just all the little things, that get rid of the Epstein-Barr stuff and like figure out a way to finally get over that. Figure out a way to just be more fit. I don't question my ability riding. I don't question my racecraft. I don't question any of that. My fitness has been the issue for me. The main issue, I guess.
And that's not, so that's not through like a lack of training or trying. Like, are you just like physically having problems with your body and like your body responding to shit?
Yeah, I mean, I've been dealing with this stuff for a few years now, like, and I feel like I get over it and then I don't. So I'm working with people that are super smart, even just like diet, nutrition, lifestyle stuff, trying to just get all my ducks in a row so that I can just be fit again, because I feel like if I could just be fit, it's obviously more enjoyable as well, and I feel like I could do better.
Yeah.
And even if I couldn't, I just would rather end it all looking at myself in the mirror like, hey man, we did what we could do, is what it is. We tried our best. It's not like I'm not really training much, but I kind of can't. And I got so deep in a hole from like training a lot, like more than maybe anyone I've ever met for a couple years, that I kind of screwed myself with that one. So like it's such a deep hole that I've had a hard time. And then add on top of that, all the injuries, surgeries, antibiotics from surgery, all that stuff, pain meds, yada, yada, yada. And it's like the body just takes an insane toll and just has a hard time bouncing back after 8 years of that, But it's doable. I just need to know what to do and a little bit of time off, which, like I said, God willing, I got it figured out, at least a plan. So if I just got a plan with it and know where to go and like at least somewhat of a map, we'll be okay. Yeah. Because I can get very determined and stubborn with things, but you got to know what to do to be able to do that with it, so
yeah,
I'm trying, man. I'm fucking busting my ass with all this stuff always. I'm always trying, but I know my personality and like the way I act, like people get they assume that like maybe I don't take anything serious, but my friends all know that I'm pretty damn serious. Like as a human, like I take everything pretty serious actually. Like I take my relationships with my friends serious. I take what I do serious. Like all of it I take serious. Like I got a couple hundred monthly listeners on my Spotify or something, like probably insanely low, but I still would care so much about what that cover art looks like, because damn it, that's a representation of me. I care because that has some sort of impact on my reputation one way or another. So yes, I do take a lot serious, but I can't help the fact that I like joking around, you know what I mean?
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.